name is Emma. I'm a volunteer with the Shasta Historical Society, and this video is one in a series that we're doing where a volunteer like myself or John visit different historical sites in Shasta County and tell you a little bit about them. And today I want to tell you a little bit about the history of the Celebration Garden and the legacy of Matson, Mauter, and Howe. Matson, Mauter, and Howe were community organizers and enthusiastic horticulturalists, and in the spirit of the lives that they led, the trio have a couple of gardens with their names in dedication. One of them, for instance, is the Diesel Horse Community Gardens, which were established in 1982 and dedicated in 2006, and the other dedicated garden is the Celebration Garden outside of the Carter House in Caldwell Park, where we are right now. Marcia Howe and Gary Matson were co-founders of the Carter House Natural Science Museum. Gary Matson and Marcia Howe were both members of the California Native Plant Society, and they started a garden with native plants around the Carter House in the 1980s. The Natural Science Museum would be absorbed by the Turtle Bay Museum in the 90s, and the Carter House was left vacant and the garden neglected. In 2004, the North Valley Art League moved into the Carter House, and they started a studio and gallery. Around this time, it was suggested that the native plant garden be a memorial garden for Matson, Mauter, and Howe, and the North Valley Art League and a community group revived and expanded the garden. It was dedicated in 2006 and expanded again in 2010 with the help of a grant from the California Native Plant Society. Gary Matson and Marcia Howe were involved in starting not only the community gardens, but the Redding Farmers Market and the Redding Arboretum. But these people weren't just known for their plants. Gary Matson and Marcia Howe divorced amicably when Matson came out as gay in the 1980s, and they co-parented their daughter, Clea. Matson and Winfield Mauter became a couple in 1985. Winfield Mauter worked at Orchard's hardware supply store in the garden department and was a speaker at local high schools in support of gay and straight teens. Matson and Mauter would found the Matson Horticulture and Florabundance Nursery in Redding, and in 1997 started Plants to Go, an online nursery specializing in plants for hot climates. They were an openly gay couple who were well respected and well known in their community. Tragedy would strike in 1999 when Gary Matson and Winfield Mauter were murdered in their homes by two men. The Williams brothers had a history of violence and targeted Matson and Mauter specifically because they were a gay couple. The murders shocked the community and left a lot of LGBTQ people afraid for their lives and heartbroken. Actions were taken in expressing community grief and healing. Crowds of people came to Caldwell Park to plant seeds in the couple's memory. A group of volunteers gathered signatures for an official ordinance to condemn hate crimes, and friends of the couple established the Matson-Mauter Pride Alliance. The Matson-Mauter Pride Alliance sponsored the celebration of life and diversity held 1 year after the murders. The celebration featured speeches and musical performances and drew crowds of 400 to 500 people. Marcia Howe would continue to work with her community to advocate for the environment and for tolerance until she passed away on April 20th, 2003 from lung disease at 53 years old. Lots of LGBTQ activists in the area hold the memory of Matson and Mauter close to their hearts, and the work that Matson, Mauter, and Howe did for the community is still appreciated and enjoyed by many who share their similar love for horticulture. The gardens are here for the residents to enjoy and remember the legacy of three people who left a considerable impact on Shasta County.